I wanted to show the way I drill holes through cork. Pretty nice, huh? And if you got, Austin Healey parts, you end up with these odd looking ducts here. Gotta make sure they're very clean. I have done a bunch of powder coating, as you can tell. So how did I make that out of this? Well, with a good quality step drill. And I'm going to show you here how this works. It works real easy. And let's just be real careful here. And so this is all you do. Hopefully she'll stay in focus. I don't know. So all you do is you just carefully start, go down the middle, spin it out a little bit, flip it over. Do that a couple of times. And you can pull little pieces like that out and you can dress it up. So that's pretty nice. And this is where oil passage is going to go. And see? Just knock it off, and then that's how easy it goes, how fast it goes. It's like a $70 tool, and will save your bacon in so many ways. Get a good one. This is a Unibit. Just let it chalk it out of there. See how it's got that groove in it? Just dress it a few times on both sides. I can tell by my voice I gotta go in. I'm there. Oop! You end up with that beauty right there. Okay, and I'll tell you what, let's do. You want to make sure you want to make sure these oil passages are, pretty well aligned. And see, that's pretty nice right there. And you don't even, this is rubberized cork. I buy this stuff once every 10 years or something in a roll, and you can get different thicknesses of it. And this is rubberized cork. And they make it really thin for some stuff. I wish this was a little thinner, but it don't bother me too bad. You don't even need to put any gunk on that. I mean, that's just going to crush and be nice. Just the way it is. And so I had a new seal for that. That's good. And so anyway, we'll be bolting it on the car pretty soon. I didn't really talk about what was there. It was these little paper things. Probably okay. Those just look a little bit gangly to me. They had to be handmade. They didn't fit very well. See, they got those lips in there. Now, see, stuff like that can come off and cause you problems. So, glad those are gone. Let's see, I was going to say something else about these. I don't know. I think they're $1 and something. But that's not the point. I have fun doing it. So, it's like wax paper. I first thought that I had made these out of leather. But that's just some kind of thick wax paper mess. I don't know what that is. So we got good rubberized cork in here now, and that's all that matters. And they look great, and they're cleaner. Doesn't that look good? See, at least it's even looking. I don't think anybody's going to be sticking their head down in there looking at it except me, but that's all that really matters, isn't it? Okay, good timing. So here is the Austin Healey oil filter setup with the new gaskets and the piece of rubber in there with a little tiny kiss of Seal Glide, new paper filter. And so let's put it together and we'll put it on the car in a minute. I got other things I'm doing, but we'll get this on there in a minute. It's not, it looks more complicated than it really is. It's not too terrible to deal with, honestly. We are just about ready to put this back on. That little panel in there is welded and looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the color, and now I'm going to get happy with a little bit of the old ultra gray. And we're just going to stick her up there. I've got all my hardware ready to go, and then I can't drop her down till tomorrow. I got to clean this with some brake clean and just make sure everything's good and sticky. Now I've already gone through all the holes. Most of the holes are pass-throughs, but generally the ones here aren't. So stick up in there with a sharp object of your choice, and make sure there's no obstructions as like old silicone or something. So moving along, looking good. Okay, blown out, cleaned, and I've only had this on here a couple of minutes. This is let me make sure I'm back. Okay, there's a ridge around here, and this is the way I do it. You don't need tons and tons of it, and I believe in this more almost than the original gaskets, especially them being two-piece ones. I'm gonna let that skin over for just a little bit. If all else fails, read the directions right here, and I'm gonna just cinch it up a little bit. Clean, dry, attach quarter inch, that's plenty. And let dry for 1 hour, tighten to torque, finger tighten until material squeezed out around the flanges. So hour nothing, it's going to be overnight, so we'll let it go overnight. And so that's the way that goes. I'm excited. So I got the brake clean up there, and I don't think I'm going to drop her down, do any more else on her today, just leave her up. I'd love to put the oil filter array on there, but we will worry about that tomorrow. So I got this all squeezed out. It looks good. I'm real pleased with all this, as long as it doesn't leak oil, you know. We'll find that out tomorrow, I said, or maybe the next day. I got other plumbing work to do. Today we may have the mythical Tommy experience. I'm not sure of that. Tommy is a fellow. There's another fellow Sean knows that also it's mythical proportions, and we're going to see if that's true. He might not want me to tape anything, so I don't know if I'll be doing that. But he's going to be doing some fancy hydraulic work here. Let's get the air going. There you go. So air compressor's going. Wonder how that happened, huh? Let's turn that on in case we need it. We'll just turn all the 220s on, and the grinder. I don't want that light on right now. So anyway, we'll find out. See if we can get the big story. It'll either be right here at the back of the shop, or it'll be at the front of the barn. I don't know yet, but this is exciting. So we are here, and I know what we're going to do now. I'll be working on this thing here.
Don't make us an offer.
Uh-oh. It's getting serious. Offers and smoking all at the same time. Smoke all you want, Tommy. I don't mind.
Net income on that
so we're going to be pulling out this
220 to 240
and
a year.
We're going to compress them, or he's going to compress them, and we're going to put these hoses here and this valve.
I don't know what a gross lease is.
Okay, now there's a guy. Don't know what it is. Just call it plain. I don't know what it is. I like that. It just makes you like somebody more and more. Okay, so I've got this all tightened up here. I know, every time I review my videos. There you go. I got it all torqued properly. Got this on, that's a 28 millimeter, more or less, maybe whatever that is. And then all these are on, and we're ready to put oil in her. And let's see, I got the starter tight. Is there anything else under here? I put a little bit of extra wrapping right there on my muffling, and just kind of, I had some. So I've been trying to think of everything here. Okay, well, let's drop her down, and then we'll put this this oil filter system on. Okay, so we're getting ready to go back in here. So looks like the starter's tight. The starter cable is hooked up. So let's put that back in there and start hooking everything back up again. So here we find Sean and Tommy in their natural environments.
Natural.
You get ready to pull the bank out? Oh, you take those off one at a time. I guess you got to set that down.
Yep.
Tools sufficient?
You want a 4x4, an 8 bank block of wood?
I'd like to have a piece of block of wood.
Hey, Tommy. Right there, right here, and right there.
Pick one, Tommy. How about this?
There's some over here, or whatever you want.
Yeah, bring that one right there.
And there's more over there, and there's more in the back. Oh, what a job. Might have to cut a big hole in the side of that thing. I hope not. Okay, let's get back to work on the heel. Okay, so there's your oil filter assembly back in place. Let's hook up some stuff and make sure my power brakes are hooked up, and we'll put the distributor back in. Okay, moving along well here. Did you notice one of my pry bars is broken?
I noticed one of them was bent.
Well, yeah, one was broken.
You must have been doing a lot of prying. So
Well,
I don't know that I can.
I broke that crowbar on MGB. You know you're in trouble
MGB?
when you break a crowbar on MGB.
Yeah,
No, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm right.
That's a
sure.
true story.
Okay. It's going to be damn nigh impossible to put that on there, right?
Bicker, bicker, bicker. Okay, I got all my plumbing done. I've got my
Time for manipulation.
what do you want to manipulate now? Not again.
Here's everything that we're done with. So where would you like for me to put it and start wiping it down? In a pile?
Just put it on top of those impact sockets over there, where that yellow tray
I
is.
would put it where it's supposed to go, but I gotta work with him on this. So,
Okay, yeah. Okay, don't worry about it.
Put it in the yellow tray?
Yeah. No, just put it here.
That's all right.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, good.
Here's the wood.
The wood just goes back underneath those jack stands, that big tall jack stand stuff. Y'all through?
Yeah. All we gotta do is tighten that up.
You missed a spot. You're out of my league.
Yeah.
What you need? Everything okay?
No, just can't get that nut.
Oh,
back
got one.
section.
Give me a 1-inch wrench. We'll just
A 1-inch wrench? I've got it.
That's 7/8.
Oh, well, you got a 7/8 there. Sean brought that one, I think.
Do you need a line wrench?
That line wrench.
I've got line wrenches. You want them? I have ratcheting line wrenches. Okay, well, I got this topped up to the full mark, and we're getting ready to turn the key and crank it over to get oil pressure, not start it. All right, let's see if we can get oil pressure. Let's see how long it takes.
Come on, baby.
I'm just trying to get oil pressure. What do you need?
Go upstairs, screwdriver.
Look in the drawer above. Close that drawer and open the one beneath. No, okay.
That'll work. That'll work.
look up where your hand is. One up, one more up. That's where they are, I'm sure. Phillips are on the right.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
perfect. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's go see if she's taking any. Now we got to fill up the flipping oil filter completely. Well, one thing we know is that the starter's working good. Okay. She took over a quart just on cranking, so I feel like we ought to be getting her now because I feel certain. I didn't look for any leaks, but we'll do that in a second. There it goes. We have oil pressure. All right. Anything going on under here? Little drippy drop there. Yeah, I see something over there. Let's see what that is. Okay. They got everything right out there. New valve bank and all that stuff. Good for them. And I found the leak here. I do have a leak. It's that head bolt that for the long bolt that goes all the way through it. That seal, it's a little paper like a carburetor seal. I guess it either spun or cracked or something. So it could be worse, but I do have oil pressure and just a little bit of a leak down there. But you know, you got it. Oops, get out of here, gadget. And I'll get that fixed and we'll crank her up here soon. Sideline here today. At least I didn't have to do the work. I don't usually do that kind of work. I do fuel and electrical. I don't do much of the hydraulic stuff. Everybody's sort of got their own way and what they do. I can if I have to, but it's something I just don't happen to do. Okay, so a little bit of a mess up here. Let's see if I just forgot. I've already got this loose. The seal or what. Spill oil all over my nice newly painted. I let this sit for a while hoping that a good amount of the oil goes back into the sump. Now there's going to be a little bit of oil in this thing. So what we're looking for is the nut on the end of this thing. I think that even if the seal is there, it just may not be thick enough. So, you can't see it dancing out of there yet. But I think I can stick my pinky up in there and get that out. But this I did not expect. And this is why you don't crank them up if you can help it. And dang, that's a hell of a thread. Okay, so just sort of rest that there. That's all you can do, and then try to get it out of your way a little bit. I'm gonna rest it just like that. So if it leaks, it'll leak out the back there. So there's the nut we're going for here. I'm going to need both hands to get it's coming out of the very middle. You can see the little hex head right there. I'll be taking that out in just a second, but I don't want to drop it, so hang on a second. Where's all this dirt coming from? Okay, so I got to try to get both hands in there and push that sucker out. And we will hope that there is a seal there. I don't know if the little red seal is there or not. I'll have to get a mirror and see. It's not on that piece though. I don't think I can tell from here. Yeah, there it is. Let me get that out of there. Okay, hang on. I don't know what to do with you here. So I guess you can just stay there. There's the little seal that was in it. It doesn't really fit great. So I got these 2 seals that fit this pretty good. And that's pretty deep, so I'm not too scared of it going to be a mess here. So I am going to just put this back together and see what I can do about it. You can see how the filter's lying off here, and we're going to fix this thing. And hopefully crank it up. Won't that be fun? That might have been just a little too hard. That might have hardened too much. Okay, I'll put you down here. Well, I took her up just to look underneath her again, make sure if there wasn't anything else that, all that's been cleaned up now. So just turning it over, I don't see anything terrible there. Okay, so it looks like we might be okay. Oh, there's a little oil on the starter. Let's get that off. I don't like that. These are the things I'm going to throw outside in a minute. And I don't think that you need to see me doing that, but that's where I had the oil filter off of it. With some oil will get on this rusty stuff, I'm going to have to get under here and spray something. Yeah, those will not be spending the night in the shop, that's for sure. Okay, so the starter's a little oily. There's the bottom of the, look at that, I wiped that off already. And it's already got some residual on it. I don't want anything faking me out here. So just kind of wipe down as best you can. And I'm glad I powder coated that. I'll tell you the truth about powder coating. It's so much better than paint. Generally, brake cleaner and brake fluid and stuff don't really bother it unless you leave it on there a long time. And but the other thing is it makes things easy to clean. So there's the bottom of that clean. I wiped all this down. Let's drop her down and see. Let's crank her over for oil pressure. I am thrilled that the starter sounds so good. So that is on the plus side. So let me just drop her down and we'll get all these cloths out of here. I don't want any of this in here tonight. Well, here we are again. So let's get the pressure up. And make sure I didn't throw it into gear like this might be my habit. Oh, I don't feel like. Of course, this side shift thing. There's reverse, okay. Alright, so I feel like we're good here. And then the pedal comes loose, pedal pad. It just never stops, does it? Okay, pressure. We got to fill up the oil filter again. Let's take a look out here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to start it today simply because I'm running the battery down. Let's see if there's anything. No, I don't know if it'll show until I get pressure. But the rest of the motor's got pressure in it, so let's just, we don't have to sit down to do this. Sorry about the noise there. Okay, let's see here. There it goes. Okay, we got pressure. So, let's just look one more time. You remember what I said in the beginnings of all this? This had the old spin-on adapter, binka-to-banka spin-on. Told you that wasn't any fun. See? I'm having fun, see? Alright, let's see if I've got enough juice to kick her over. I can't run her long because there's the belt. So for right now, I'm just doing this. Okay, I got plenty of petrol. I might need both hands. You'll hear it when it goes, because sometimes even when it's warm like this, you got to choke her a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna give her a little go juice here. Okay, let's try her again. There we go. Now let's just see here. Oil pressure up to 50. She's so much like the Jaguar. Now she could be just pouring oil and I don't know it. So let's get out here and look and see. Nope, she's not pouring oil. Now I can't run her long, so I just wanted to get everything circulating around here. Now, oh, all right, she ought to go. Tachometer's working. Oil pressure's good for, what do we got, 600 or 700 RPMs? Well, that's good enough for me, gang. I don't want to get her hot in any way. And I'm going to put that switch down here probably. I don't know if I want to do that because I do love looking at that overdrive thing. But that switch is just, I think, is questionable. So, it's just, something don't feel right about that switch. I don't know what it is. It's just, you got to go with your gut after a while in life. Don't pull on the steering wheel when you get out of a car. Boy, I tell you what, I'm probably going to have to put a big charge on this battery, which is not a terrible thing to do. And I usually put these on the earthing side. Just makes life a little easier. Let's make sure she didn't spurt oil up all everywhere. Breather pipe. Yeah. So there's no drips coming out of that. I don't see oil streaming down the side of the starter. So that's the end of the starter oil filter oil pan extravaganza. There's not a puddle down there. Great. So tomorrow I can start back on the alternator, but for now I gotta go in. Thumbs up, please. Somebody subscribe. Just do it for me. Somebody subscribe. Get somebody else to just subscribe, please. I just sit here and I feel so hurt and dejected and rejected over all that I've been through on YouTube. So anyway, let's go in. Oh, and I gotta put this in too. So I'm gonna take it. Well, I don't have to worry about leaving the key in it because nobody's gonna do anything. So we'll put this in and put that other switch in, and I'll decide if I want it to glow red. You know, I think I do. I want the tip of this switch to glow red. So when the overdrive is on, it'll kind of be a secondary indicator. Because if you forget to put the overdrive off and you go into third, out of second to third, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like you're ugly. So I don't want to feel any more ugly than I am. All right, thanks a lot. Subscribe. See you. Bye-bye.